Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things self-care and planner related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. Today I'm going to do two things. We're going to do a plan with me to plan my day for March 14th. I had to look at the calendar. And we're also going to do a little walkthrough of how I incorporate affirmations into my planning. So I get this question a lot because I do post affirmations quite a bit on Instagram and other platforms. And people often ask, how do you A, write affirmations, but also B, incorporate those into your planner? So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's get started. So first we're going to start with the plan with me. Of course, this part hasn't changed. I'm using this updated daily insert from Cloth and Paper. I absolutely love this because, again, I love lines and this gives me all the lines to write everything I need. But also, this is one of the ways that I incorporate my affirmations. So today I am using this beautiful pen. I'll have to look up the name. I know I got it from Cloth and Paper, but I have no idea what they call it. So I'll be sure to look it up so that I can put the pen in the description box below. It is a 0.5 nib, which is a little bit bigger than what I prefer, which is a 0.38 or 0.4. But this is such a smooth writing pen and the ink is absolutely gorgeous. You'll see in a second. So of course I keep it around and I use it on special occasions. So tomorrow is March 14th. This is always my first step, and it'll be a Monday. So I know I have quite a bit. I know I have a work meeting at 2 that I'm a little nervous for, which is probably why I'm going to write that first. I don't mind using pens with like different ink colors. Of course, black is my preference because they're so clean and so neat. I know there's a strong team of people who like to use blue, but black is my go-to. Now, if I'm using a different color, I like to use the more neutral colors. I think a couple weeks ago I showed how I use green ink in my planner. This is really neutral. It's really gorgeous. Let me bring it up so you can see it up close. Just look how gorgeous that is. I mean, it's really pretty. It's like a brown, almost a copper color. Copper is a really good way to describe it. And I like it. It's super neutral and it's not something that I will probably hate in a couple weeks. Occasionally, and I do mean occasionally, you'll see me use a color or pen that has my favorite color ink, which is pink, but I don't use that often. If I do use it, it's more so to just write on sticky notes or write notes as I'm listening to a podcast. So I want to start work the usual time. I know that's the only meeting I have. I have dinner around 6. I usually like to start with what I know I have, and then I'll take a look at what I have in my Google Calendar. So Monday nights are usually a content day for me. That's when I like to edit this YouTube video. So I'm just gonna make a little to-do list. Edit YouTube video. I want to submit my taxes. Let's see. I know I want to start brainstorming Q2 goals, which is, I mean, it feels so weird to think about how we're already in the midst of approaching Q2 of March, or not of March, but of 2022, because I feel like 2022 just started. And I'll be honest with you, I have not achieved any of my goals. I'll probably do a YouTube video about that if I'm comfortable, but I didn't achieve a lot of my goals for quarter one. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I think that just has to do with work and, you know, just some personal things going on in life. But the good thing about it is like not to beat yourself up about it and be transparent. And number one, to look at my goals and see if they were realistic in the first place. Because sometimes I can be unrealistic with my goals. So I want to brainstorm quarter two goals and start quarter one finances. Okay. So that'll be my to-do list for that day. Let me see if I have, I don't know if brown's gonna go good with that. I'm not gonna, let me see, let me do a test up here. Let's write 5:30 a.m. gym. I'm gonna give that a second to dry. It shouldn't take too long to dry, but I don't like smearing. So I'm using this brush pen in brown from Midliner, and I'm gonna see how this looks because I might not like it. Nope, I don't like it. So I'll just underline content day. So my task for the day, I'm gonna need to take my vitamins. I have a workout class at 5:30. Yep, 5:30 in the morning. Unfortunate, but at least I get it done and out the way. I have the work meeting. I'll just write content day over here. I really do need to focus on, I get my dentist paperwork done. I have a dental appointment on a Saturday, which is really odd, but at least I don't have to miss work for it. And I need to complete some paperwork for that. Dentist prep, we'll call it. Okay, that's it for now. In this section, I need to figure out how to jazz this up somehow. So in this section, in the top left, I like to use this for self-care priorities. So tomorrow I do want to journal for a bit, just to get my head right. I'm definitely experiencing a little bit of the Sunday scaries, so I'm gonna plan, try to manage my anxiety that way, and then tomorrow morning, I do wanna have some time to just take a break and get ready, mentally ready for the day. And I can do that by journaling, just writing down what I am fearing and just reminding myself that, you know what, regardless of these fears, I can get through that. So I wanna journal in the AM. I'm trying to reach my hydration goals, so I just like to write a little reminder there. I do want to read the Bible verse of the day. And then my vitamins. Oh, I need a money check-in. The financial check-in for me during the week is just to look at my account, make sure there are no charges that I don't recognize or overcharges of something that I did use or that I did buy, but it's like the wrong charge. It's a quick, just 5-minute check. It's not a robust sort of self-care financial date, but it is just to make sure everything's all set and that I'm on track for my spending goals. So this is definitely quintessential Imani's sort of planning style. Pretty plain, but straight to the point. Not a lot of stickers. I could just look at it and see what I need to accomplish. So now we're going to sort of transition to how I like to incorporate affirmations into my planning. And the first example is just to write an affirmation on my daily spread. So this works if you plan daily or even weekly, because in the weekly space, if you have sort of, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday dedicated spaces, you can use a few lines or a space to write an affirmation. So I like to use the top space here for an affirmation, and I'm going to think of one and write it down now. Okay, so this is the first example of how I incorporate affirmations into my planning. So this is pretty straightforward, so I won't talk about it too much, but I often refer to my daily insert throughout the day, right? Especially maybe not so much during the work time, but during that sort of 2-3 hour block at the end of the day where I need to look at the to-do list. That is when I look at my planner the most. So I think this is the most useful method to use when you are carrying around sort of like your everyday carry. I am primarily working from home still, going in 1 day a week. So I not only have my work planner at my side, but I have this planner as well. And that's why this works for me. And I can just keep this open and look at it and remind myself of it when I need sort of an encouraging word or a little boost in my morale and, sort of my effort throughout the day. So the next method of incorporating affirmations into your planner is to use a sticky note. This is a great option if you have multiple planners that you use quite often and you want to just transfer your affirmation from one planner to the other. So for an example, this is the method that I will use in the future when I go back to work in the office more often. I have no desire to carry 2 planners into the office, so I like to write down my favorite affirmations in my everyday carry, but when I go back into the office, I can just take those sticky notes out and put it into my work planner. So what I'll do now is just write a few affirmations and again, stick it into my everyday carry, which is the half letter, and I can put it in my work planner as needed. So last but not least is a method that is sort of meant to be more permanent. Whether you have a ring planner like A5 or even personal size or pocket size too, maybe you have disc planner or even something that's bound or coiled, this is a great option, even if it is more permanent for my people who use coiled and bound planners. Find a section in your planner, find an insert where there are lines. Maybe it's a note section at the end of a month, or maybe in the beginning or the end of the planner, and write affirmations or encouraging words that can sustain you and is a little bit more it goes a little deeper than just sort of the surface level words of affirmation. And here's what I mean. You can write a letter to yourself, or you can challenge other areas of your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be geared towards sort of those personal, emotional affirmations. So what I'm going to do, for example, is write affirmations and other declarations relating to finance. And this is going in the finance section of my planner. So it's a permanent insert for me. It's something that I can refer to as I'm on this debt sort of journey in my life to, get rid of my consumer debt and encourage myself on those no spend dates, for example. So this is a permanent option, but it also works if you have a coil or bound planner and you're not able to sort of rip out anything as well. But for those people especially, that's why I mean that this is meant to be a little bit more permanent, so you can go deeper and really just challenge yourself in the ways that you know, you need some encouragement or are areas of improvement. So I'm gonna get started and write a few finance related affirmations. Okay, that's it. That is how I incorporate affirmations into my planner. I hope that's helpful. If you have any cool ways that you like to use affirmations or encouraging words in your planner, let me know in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.